We are talking about stop being hard on yourself and why that is counterproductive towards you breaking out of patterns, loving yourself, becoming the person that you are meant to be. This is counterproductive because you're used to being criticized. You're used to criticizing yourself and you're used to your inner voice saying that you're not good enough. So why would it be productive to be hard on yourself? Let's talk about this more and what actually will help you grow, okay? So if you don't know me already, my name is Grace Moralia. I specialize in trauma and subconscious healing. Please like and subscribe and comment what your thoughts are so that I can reflect on it and see, unless you're a hater, go to another page. I'm gonna do my thing, so you don't need to waste your time commenting on my video, okay? Just saying. I don't care, but I just think it's a waste of time. Like, this is my house. Okay, I'm inviting you in my house, okay? Anyways, let me know what you think. I really appreciate hearing your feedback. Okay, so, and I specialize in trauma and subconscious healing. What I help you do is release core wounds, blocks, and limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in familiar patterns, cycles, toxic relationship dynamics, things that just make you feel stuck in your life. If you're someone who wants to connect to your soul, live in alignment with your true self, live your purpose, love yourself, and really be who you're meant to be on this planet, then my work is for you to get unstuck. And if you're interested in it, then you can reach out to me directly below. You can read my website and testimonials as well if you're curious about other people I've helped. And I have a lower ticket offer for people who want to just kind of get their feet wet or maybe don't have as many available funds. It's a trauma and subconscious healing and inner child healing course that I created below. If you get it, then I'll send you an email of a bonus called the Self-Love Accelerator, which teaches you how to love yourself in a practical, grounded way in your life. So that's a really good deal, but it'll help, get you started on your healing journey. And typically this would be a lot more expensive, but I'm just feeling that I want to do that for the people who don't have as many funds. Okay, so let's get into the video. Being hard on yourself is not going to help you grow. It's actually going to create stagnation and self-hate and you acting out of patterns that don't support the whole of you. So what do I mean? When you're hard on yourself, this energy is abrasive to the body. It actually feels like you're at war with yourself. So you might want to be, creating these things and doing these things and being this person. But that self-criticizing voice is basically saying, you're never enough, you can't do it, da, 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 da. I want to ask you, where did that voice come from? Number one, does it sound like your voice or does it sound like the voice of dad? Does it sound like dad? Does it sound like a parent? Does it sound like a teacher? Does it sound like an ex-lover? Because your true self would never, ever, ever talk to you in that way. Your true self would never talk to you that way. So, how would your true self talk to you? How would your soul talk to you to help you grow? That's what I want you to start thinking about. Here's the steps to get out of this self-hate, self-criticism voice. Number one, 50% of all healing is awareness. So we need to bring awareness to the voice when it's happening. So if you can, notice when you're being rude to yourself, stop and ask yourself, is this mine? Whose voice is this? If it's yours, I want you to ask yourself, do I want this to be true? Why would I want this to be true? And then I want you to add in a reparenting technique. Reparenting, if you've never heard of it, I have videos on my channel about it, but basically it's about becoming your own parent. So how would a loving mother talk to you? And I want you to start practicing that voice within. So for example, your self-criticism comes up and it says, you're not doing enough, you're not being enough, whatever. I want you to ask yourself, whose voice is this? Do I want this to be true? What do I want to be true, right? And then I want you to directly talk back to it out loud. Like I really prefer you doing it out loud. And I want you to say what you want it to say. Like, oh, okay, I want you to take your time. I want you, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna take my time. Actually, I'm fine. Actually, I'm doing it. Why am I telling you to do this? Like, okay, first of all, be as nurturing as possible. And why am I telling you to do this? Because no person responds well to criticism in an abrasive way. Nobody likes that. So when you are projecting onto your own self about what you need to do to be better or do better, you're creating that war. And also, it's not going to inspire you, really. I mean, men is a little different. Some men I find more frequently like being rude to themselves, which fine, you guys are kind of weird. I mean, you're different than me. I like being softer, and I find it being more productive to say, and I do encourage men to do this too. I'm not hating on you. I love working with men. But I am encouraging you to try the nurturing voice, because think about it like you're talking to your inner child. Think about it like you're talking to the deepest parts of you. You don't want to be mean to the deepest parts of you. Your soul would never talk to you like that. So when you are supportive of your true self, and when you're nurturing to your true self, right? Then what happens is you create a relationship of self-trust, and then you can, be moving and acting in your own best interest. And that's important, to be moving in your own best interest. Or else you're not your own friend and you don't have self-trust. So are you moving in your best interest? Are you moving in a way that is wholesome for the whole of you, for your entire being? And that's hard, because we have all different parts of us. But the goal is to try. So when you have that compassion for the self and more understanding for the self in all of your phases, you come into wholeness with the self, and then it actually helps you feel motivated to create positive change in a more productive and lasting way. Because if you tell yourself, I'm going to give myself more time, you probably will find yourself feeling that boost of productivity and want to show up for the dreams. You will want to make the changes because you're supporting yourself and being nurturing. So when you're acting at war, it's hard for you to feel comfortable in your body and to want to make the change because you don't feel supported by yourself. And maybe you just feel like, okay, I'm doing it, but I don't feel good. But if you're acting in a compassionate way, then you're creating the space for love, and kind of like you're talking to a child. The child will most likely respond better to love. And, we're talking about creating sustainable change. So self-love creates sustainable change. It allows space for phases of you to be there and to be happening, and for that to be safe, right? Because you have to create that safety within, or else you don't have self-love and you don't have self-trust. Does that make sense? As if you can answer me, let me know in the comments if this makes sense. Type, this makes sense if you made it this far, so that I know you're real. So try to be nurturing with yourself. This creates sustainable change. Stop being critical with yourself. This does not create sustainable change. This creates a voice of dad or authority for your humanness, and you don't need that. You've already been criticized enough by yourself and others. You do not need that. You need softness, you need compassion, you need heartfelt love, and this will help you bridge a foundation to your highest version of yourself. So if you're interested in healing traumas, limiting beliefs, things that are keeping you stuck right now, you want to transform to the next version of you, reach out for private coaching. If this calls to you, we'll have a no pressure chat to see if it aligns. You can check all that out below. Again, my testimonials are below. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Have a good day.